I worked for several different sneaker retail companies over the years. Started with a company called the Sport Mart, that's now part of Sports Authority in Chicago. I worked for a company in New Jersey called Sneaker Stadium. I worked for Models, and then my last job was working for a .com called MVP.com that was started by Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and John Elway. I've always been involved in men's fashion. Before I got into the sneaker business, I was involved in men's sportswear, and so I've always been involved in sort of the fashion side of the business. I work for the stock market, I work for investment banks, ad agencies. I am a media analyst with a company called Sports One Source that collects sales data on the industry. I write a newsletter. I write for Forbes magazine. I write a blog for them called Sneakernomics. So I've been writing now about 6 months, I guess, with them. We clearly have been in a sneaker cycle now for more than a decade, where the business has grown annually at about a 4% rate. And sneaker culture has really become ubiquitous today. We're so casual in the way we dress, even for business. We've had whole generations of kids who've grown up wearing nothing but sneakers, and so it's become the footwear of choice for really generations of people now. There are more customers who are buying sneakers who might come into a store like yours, who wouldn't consider themselves a sneakerhead per se, but are here to buy because they see this as a destination for the best brands. So you have sneakerheads who love Fila, and you have sneakerheads who love Jordan, or you have sneakerheads who love just sneakers in general. Some people want more performance shoes, some people want more retro products. So it's really a self-defined title, I think, and not one that I could impose on someone else. It's what they decide to call themselves. The sneakerhead business is about 5% of the total sneaker business in the U.S., so it's a relatively confined. Millennial marketplace is very, very important today. They're going to be they are the largest generation at this point, and will be a significant amount of the economy in terms of consumer goods in the next 5 to 10 years. I think Nike has done an excellent job with social media. While the total dollars have stayed the same, they've shifted a tremendous amount of money out of conventional print and conventional broadcast, and are spending much, much more on social media today. And I think that is a reaction to what the millennials are looking for, how they want to engage with the brand. Well, I think a performance brand needs athletes to perform in their shoes. That gives it authenticity, credibility. But what really hasn't happened is we haven't seen those athletes really drive significant sales. LeBron is the most popular current athlete in terms of shoe sales, and he only sold $300 million of shoes last year in a $22 billion industry. $300 million is certainly not a small number, but when you compare it to the $22 billion of total sneakers sold in the U.S. last year, it's a relatively small number. What we've also seen in terms of endorsements is we moved away from just endorsing athletes to endorsing leagues and teams and national teams. So the endorsement then comes much broader. You're not dependent on one athlete who might get hurt, as just what happened with KD or with D Rose a couple of years ago. And when an athlete gets hurt, you're not getting the same exposure for that money. So you see the endorsement going to broader leagues and teams. I fully expect that we'll see retro LeBron product, retro Kobe product as we go down the line, but I don't see any of those individuals as a brand. Michael Jordan was really an exceptional confluence of events. We had the NBA, which was really struggling and was looking for a path. He came out just when ESPN started up, so there were all these national highlights that you could see. And then just an exceptional personality. And really, I think Nike got the formula for how to create the foundations of the sneaker culture. So I think it was really an exceptional period of time, and I don't think there'll ever be another Michael Jordan in terms of merchandise sales.